Hi, I'm Jackie Van Riller, creator of the Flow Method. And the Flow Method is all about having smooth flow and communication through your nervous system so that you can lead a happier, healthier life. And what happens in our nervous system is all these feelings of sadness or anger or grief or worry or frustration all get stuck in our nervous system, and they cause slower transmission or slower communication, and that can lead to disease and discomfort in our body. So I'm going to show you a couple of techniques today on how you can help to relieve sadness and grief from your body. So when you have these feelings of sadness and grief, it can show up in your body in your chest or your lungs. You can have this kind of feeling of heaviness, or just kind of feeling like, oh, you may not breathe as deeply, and you may just feel like there's just like this heaviness that's stopping you from like moving forward in life. On your face, it shows up mainly in your cheek area and a little bit above like your brows and here as well. It can show up on your whole complexion, because if you're not taking deep breaths and you're breathing more shallowly, it can actually dull your complexion. And if you think about sadness and grief, it actually dulls your life and doesn't allow you to live your most healthiest, vibrant life. And a lot of times sadness and grief can be associated with feelings of low self-worth or low self-confidence. And your cheekbones, having like perky cheekbones, is actually a sign of confidence in your body. So if you're feeling sadness and grief, you may be more prone to things like asthma, bronchitis, sinus infections, pneumonia, and on your face it can show up as rosacea, dryness on the cheeks, redness on the cheeks, sensitive skin, psoriasis, eczema, or any type of like skin rash or skin condition. And it can also show up as low immunity. So if you're more prone to colds, flus, coughs, you're just kind of getting sick anytime anybody else is getting sick, that can also be a sign of just too much sadness or too much grief, not enough zest and vitality in your life. So today I'm going to show you a couple of tips that you can use to help to expand your lungs, breathe deeper, and kind of help to release these feelings from your body. The first one I'm going to show you is to stimulate this point here at the top of your nose. So this is like the uppermost point. Some people may have a little bump there, some people may not. Some people the spot might feel like kind of stuck. So as you're rubbing it, you might feel like, oh, that's just kind of like stuck there. And that's a sign that you really need to work it. But what this point does is it releases your diaphragm. And as you release your diaphragm, you have this urge to take in a deeper breath. So you take in a deep breath, hold it a little bit at the top, and then let it go. So if shallow breathing is something that you find yourself doing, you may not even realize that you do it, set your timer a couple times a day to just do this exercise. And so what you're going to do is rub the point, and take in that deep breath. And you'll feel it as you rub it just for a few seconds. You'll just get this urge to suddenly take a deep breath. And if you do this more and more throughout the day, you may realize that your complexion starts to brighten up because you're getting more oxygen to your skin. So you might have this pink, healthy glow instead of like dull skin, or instead of more of a red and irritated looking skin. So the cheeks are also a sign of confidence. And so if you have low confidence, it can show up as like kind of saggy cheekbones, or you may not have much, much lift in here. Or you may just have cheekbones that kind of go right into your jawline. So something you can do is to take your thumbs and start on this point here where it's kind of like you have a little bone, a little soft bone on your nose. And just follow. You're using a little bit of pressure. It shouldn't be uncomfortable though. And you are following your cheekbones all the way around up to where your ear attaches to the face on the top. This gives your cheekbones a little bit of a lift. It also stimulates like the bottom portion of your lungs, which a lot of times if we're not taking deep breaths, we're not filling our lungs fully. And so as we take a deep breath, or as we stimulate this point, it encourages us to really fill up our lungs and get in all that air. And all this air signifies inspiration, right? So if we're not breathing very well, we're not getting inspired in life, and we just feel kind of dull and blah lifeless. But if we can take in more air, we're also going to get more ideas. We're going to get more creativity. We're going to feel this more of a zest and a vitality for life. Another thing you can do is while you're doing these exercises, or you can look at yourself in the mirror and say an affirmation like, I lovingly live life to its fullest. Because if we feel this sadness or this grief or this heaviness in our chest, it's hard to really live life to its fullest. We're just kind of like, ugh. So instead, we want to think, how can I live life to my fullest? What's something that would make me happy today? And it might be going dancing or really getting into your body. That's something that can really help to release this heaviness on your chest, as if you're really moving your body in a way that feels good to you. So take those deep breaths. Say the affirmation, I lovingly live life to its fullest, or something that's similar to that. Do these little exercises. We've got the one on the top of our nose. We've got the following our cheekbones all the way around. And then notice in your life what good things are happening to you, and what you can feel confident about, what you're doing in your life that's taking off, that you can feel good about, instead of wallowing in these feelings of sadness or grief and just letting that hold you back. So I hope that you enjoyed this video. I would love to hear how these techniques work for you. And if you know somebody who could really use this today, please pass it along, and be sure to subscribe so that you don't miss any other videos on holistic health and holistic healing techniques that I love to pass around on a regular basis. I will see you soon.